At the corner of 10th and Broad.
I didn't know anything about it. I think it's pretty cool.
Countless Richmonders march by each day.
I have not ever noticed it before.
Never stopping.
Yeah, this press has shocked me. I can't believe it.
Frankly, it's quite easy to miss.
This one right here, the bent one.
Beneath the hulking granite behemoth known as Old City Hall.
So they really don't know what happened.
Lies a 119-year-old mystery.
Oh, wow.
Wrapped in 7 inches of warped wrought iron. In this city, which reveres the past, one little landmark has slipped through the cracks. Richmond in the 1890s, a bustling hub attracts businessmen from across the South. One frequent visitor, Colonel J.M. Winstead from Greensboro, a popular and prominent banker who some say carries himself like a preacher.
Somebody said in Richmond that he was a very dignified-looking man.
On the morning of August 23, 1894, the out-of-towner climbs the steps at City Hall.
Went up to the observation deck.
Seemingly to take in the commanding sights. What happens next has been intriguing historians like Selden Richardson for more than a century.
It just was a mind-boggling event. They just could not understand how this could possibly have happened.
The 70-year-old tumbles from the clock tower. Horrified witnesses below watch as the man plummets 94 feet. It's over in an instant. A mangled Winstead impaled on the fence, his force bending this spike forever.
I think that there is an air of mystery about the end of Colonel Winstead. People were shocked then as they are now.
Questions linger to this day. What happened at the top of the tower?
The horrible death of Colonel J.M. Winstead of Greensboro.
Did he fall? Did he jump? Or was he pushed?
People, I think, were just so flabbergasted that this happened.
Jim Schlosser, a veteran reporter in Greensboro,
It just doesn't add up.
has been digging for answers.
I can't think of any other reason. He just had nothing to die for.
This would have been quite a story in its day.
The gruesome scene on the sidewalk sparks a sensation on the front pages of Richmond's dailies. But a wave of panic washes over Greensboro. Customers swarm Winstead's Piedmont Bank.
Depositors assumed that he killed himself because the bank was in trouble. So they all went running down to the bank to get their money out.
But no financial foul play was ever found. Every cent accounted for. For years, loved ones contended Winstead's demise was indeed an accident, claiming he fell reaching for his hat carried away by a gust.
You'd have to spend many, many hours to try to come to an answer, and I don't know if you ever really could.
Linda Evans with Greensboro's Historical Museum understands why his widow and friends in the city protected his memory.
It's just one of those wonderful, sad, complex history mysteries.
Why would a man who seemed to have so much end his life?
I still have a lot of questions.
No note was ever left, but his shoes were found near the ledge.
Nothing came out later to tell you why he did it.
Witnesses say he deliberately jumped.
No, I don't think he was pushed. I think he committed suicide.
I think that the idea that he was pushed is an example of people grasping for straws to explain the inexplainable.
But why? Winstead carried that answer with him to the grave at Green Hill Cemetery just blocks from his home. Today, the late banker's gravestone barely legible.
I think he vanished because he really had nothing to leave behind.
The elements are wearing away evidence he even existed or ever walked the streets of Greensboro.
I doubt anybody really remembers Colonel Winstead anymore. He's pretty much just a footnote.
200 miles away in Virginia, there remains one physical reminder of the North Carolinian that is standing the test of time.
It's poignant.
And still piquing interest.
It's really unlike any other place I know of in Richmond.
A curious oddity frozen in time.
There's nothing like old stuff, and particularly old stuff that has a story behind it.
Damaged since the moment Winstead met his fate.
No, I don't think the spike should have been fixed. because then you lose the story altogether.
Whatever did happen in the clock tower that day, those who learned about the tale hope this macabre reminder remains.
I think it would be worth a historical marker there.
As a tribute to the man behind the riddle that may never be solved.
No, leave it alone. Leave it just like it is. It's part of our history.